I decided I was like, I'm going to model. Excuse me, I am a nepo baby. And when they came out with the nepo baby and didn't call me out, I was like, excuse me.
Maybe you were in the right place in the right time. You'll never know.
I don't know. And so I called my mom and I said, I'm moving to Paris in like 2 weeks. And I did.
Has your mom ever given you some amazing advice for acting?
No. It was my nepo privilege.
So, Dree, welcome to the Extra Stitch podcast. Thank you for being with us today.
Oh, wow.
It's totally
Okay.
fine. We're laughing, by the way. We'll laugh and giggle all the time here. I know you're jet lagged.
I'm jet lagged.
So,
But I'm actually not. I'm actually okay because I've decided that I'm so tired all the time that I just don't understand jet lag anymore.
You're like, whatever. It's all one.
Like, Luce and Nick are really jet lagged, but last night at like 6, I was like, woo!
it comes out, it's in the evening, you
I was
just
like,
want to go.
fine.
Yeah.
But Nick and Luce were like angry and tired.
Well, men is usually very sensitive to like jet lags and sickness and like,
I did therapy this morning.
okay.
And we were talking about man flu when men get sick. And
Exactly.
It's a catastrophe and everything falls apart. And you're like, but I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the whole world is ending and they have a sniffle.
It's literally,
Yeah.
my husband is like, I'm sick. And like 2 days later, he's not sick. I'm like, so you weren't just sick. You
Well,
just had
Bryant
it.
is like that. My husband too. Like
crazy.
this morning, he's like, I think I'm very sick, and I'm like, no, you're not. Like you're fine.
It's dramatic. But I feel like it's just they want to be taken care of. And I'm tired, so I don't want to take care of you.
Well,
I'm taking
they're
care
like
of
big
a
babies,
child.
for sure. Is he helpful, father?
He's the best dad.
He's
The
he's
best.
Italian, right?
He's so hands-on and he's so
That's
good.
amazing. Quinta is like, what?
No, he's like, it's like, honestly, before I got pregnant, I knew I wanted to have a baby with him because he would like out of the way, just go to and like help children around and like hang out with it. It was so cute, and I was like, this is so attractive.
But that's kind of how it is. You kind of do this casting with men before, where you're like, okay, we're together, but I gotta see like how you are like we talked. Our guys, like, they take such good care of dogs.
Yeah.
So that's a sign as well of
100%.
He's gonna be a good dad one day.
Yeah.
And how long after you guys met, you had a baby?
3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So okay.
Yeah.
So you've
And
been together
engaged?
a while.
We got engaged, and then 2 months later, we went to Paris, and I drank a lot of white wine.
So I was going to say, did you get drunk and you got pregnant?
I got drunk, but we had talked about having kids before,
Okay.
and we decided to no longer pull and pray, if
Okay.
you will.
Yeah.
So, and it was the first time of not pulling and praying, and then I was instantly pregnant,
sad.
which is so mean to say because there's a lot of women who
We talked about it all
like,
yeah, we talk about it all the
try
time.
and are having. But I tell you, I've told women, I was like, go get drunk
That's
and go
what-
on vacation and just relax and stop thinking about it.
Mhm.
I think when you think about things too much, you
Block it.
or just there's an intensity around it and your whole I don't know, stress. I can't imagine, but maybe I'll if I decide to have another child.
You're just going to go get drunk.
Yeah.
Do you think you're
white
gonna
wine
have
baby.
do you think you're gonna have another child? Like, would you want to?
I want to have another baby.
Yeah.
I do, and I want to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's
there's a
how I
part of
am.
me that like I want my daughter to have a sister or brother, but I also want my body back and to
Live a little.
live.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know why, but since I gave birth, I've had dreams about packs of cigarettes.
That's hilarious.
Like packs. I want like all of my fingers just with
You just want. So we always talk about it too, but it takes like about 2 years for you to feel that kind of like old self, to feel like normal.
I feel like I'm still breastfeeding as well.
So you're still fucked up
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
You're in a bubble.
I'm still breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Luce's never taken a bottle, which is probably why I want all the
Wow.
cigarettes and like to
Yeah,
like.
because it's like your freedom right now. It's all the baby. Like,
But
you
also,
wanna
I don't
have-
know about you guys, but like photo shoots and fashion and stuff like that, like cigarettes for me were like my break.
Yes.
It was like how
So
it's
you
how I
used to
identified like yes.
Okay.
But it was like how I would nicely, I'm also a people pleaser. It was how I would nicely like be like, okay, I'm gonna go
Like, don't
have a
touch me,
cigarette.
yeah.
Like you can't touch me when I'm smoking.
And you can't say no to you either,
No.
because if you're a smoker.
But you can't be
yeah.
on set and be like, I'm just gonna go sit in the corner for a second,
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
stare at the wall.
Yeah.
For sure.
Please don't touch my face. Um,
Totally. By the
Right?
way, I
Is that
remember
how you
all the
started
girls.
smoking? Yeah, because of
No.
fashion. No. Okay.
I started smoking when I was 15, 16.
So like way before.
Yeah. But I also had like really I decided to house my friendship around these girls who were all like getting wasted and doing drugs, and I didn't do any of that.
Mm-hmm.
Was those a model friend?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Just high school.
Okay. We like jumped.
And my parents were like, "Go get drunk."
Really, your parents were that?
Yeah, go have sex. And I was like, so I didn't do anything. I was a big prude
Yeah.
and didn't like rebel. My rebellion, because my mother was like a psychotic health freak, was junk food.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But you were always really skinny though,
Always.
since I known you.
Yeah, always.
That's how your like kind of mom is too, right?
My mom,
She's
yeah.
Pretty,
Yeah.
she's pretty thin.
No, she's thin. She's more athletic.
I'm
Yeah.
not. She has like a bigger bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my whole family is really thin.
You know, when I started modeling, everyone would tell me I look like your mom.
No, you do.
Right.
Kind of.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah.
You like my mom or my Aunt Margot. a
or
little bit.
Margot. Yeah. They said,
Yeah.
"Oh, you look like Hemingways." I'm like, "Great."
So
I love
cool.
that.
Like, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. They're beautiful.
Yeah,
They are
so
pretty.
beautiful.
So tell us about your childhood a little bit. So you were born in Idaho
I was born in Idaho.
and mountains, right? I figure you lived like
mountains.
somewhere in the mountains.
It's like it's like Aspen, but it's
Less fancy.
less fancy.
Okay.
It's like it's where old Hollywood used to go. So in the hotel there,
Interesting.
you have like Lucille Ball and Audrey Hepburn and like all of the 1950s like stars used to go there.
And
And they used to actually have a train that went from Los Angeles to Sun Valley.
that's pretty.
But it's
crazy.
just not as fancy.
Is it still there going?
No, I wish. That would be nice. I don't know why the United States doesn't have
trains.
luxury trains.
Yeah.
Why?
Like from London to Paris.
Oh my god.
Why-
It would be
why
such a
not?
dream. Or just like even in like Italy they have like these beautiful trains with the Eurostar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. It's all
Japan.
over Europe. I never
All
thought
over.
about it. America doesn't really have trains.
No,
I
they're
don't think I've ever been.
They
on a
do
train.
have trains. They're horrible and I took one overnight once and it was the worst thing
Where do you go?
ever.
Yeah, where'd you go?
New York to Miami.
Really?
You took a train from New York
There's
to
a train
Miami?
ride?
Yeah.
When was that?
I thought it
Why
was like
did you
my
take-
it was like have you seen Sex in the City?
Yeah.
You know when they take the train across
in
from New
the-
York to LA?
Oh, no.
Or to San Francisco? Oh yeah. I also am obsessed with that show.
Okay.
No, it's a great show. Yeah.
Ugh.
I watch
But
it every time.
they
I-
take it. Samantha and Carrie take it together, and it's horrible. It
and you're
is
like, I gotta be on that train.
like you want glamour, and it is not any of that. Like I remember sleeping. We got like the sleeper car.
Who did you go with?
My ex-boyfriend,
Okay.
and I was so excited. And then I got to Miami, and I was like, "We better be staying in the most luxury place on planet Earth."
Four seasons.
It's like everything is just metal and hard.
How many hours?
It
Do you remember?
16, 20.
was a one night. We slept there one
Like
night, or was
night,
it two
okay.
nights?
Well, we should all go.
Yeah, let's do
Sounds
it.
terrible.
Let's rent. Honestly, if you could like rent out the whole
Just have
entire
your own
train,
people.
it'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. How were the beds?
Horrible. So maybe not. Like hard.
Yeah.
I used to take trains.
I
in
imagine
all the time.
prison
Russia.
to feel like that.
I was just gonna say it sounds like prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
Oh my
American
gosh.
prison, though, not
Yeah.
like Russian prison.
Well, I don't know anything's like Russian prison.
You haven't seen those documentaries on the cold Russian?
Yes, I
like,
have. It's
prisons?
horrible.
Yeah.
It's like wet and
yeah.
it's like torture.
Yeah. Exactly.
Could be like that, actually. I experienced it. No, I'm just kidding.
That's wild. But I mean, Russia, Eastern Europe, we have like trains there, and
They're pretty nice.
yeah, they're pretty nice.
But everywhere in Europe has really
Mhm.
nice trains.
Yeah.
I used to love taking a
Cool.
train, bringing
Yeah.
your like food with you. It was like an experience.
Even when I'm from Latvia, when I go home, I take train to my hometown. It's like from capital to my hometown. It's like hour and a half. I prefer taking train than car.
No,
I
but
don't
it's
know,
so
like-
nice.
It's really
Mhm.
nice, yeah.
And you get like space and you can see
Mhm.
everything.
And
In
it's
America,
usually
it's like,
through-
sure, you can
Mhm.
see everything, but the windows don't open at all. You're like trapped in a
Mhm.
box.
So why did your family decide to move there? Were they just acting in LA?
No,
or-
no, no. My mom grew up there.
Oh wow.
And so my great grandfather, Ernest, he raised his sons out there. It's also where he shot himself.
In
my
San Valley?
mother, yeah. And my mother was raised there.
So your mom is the daughter of Ernest's sons.
No. Yes.
Okay.
So her grandfather is Ernest.
Got it.
And Jack, who's my
Grandfather. He's the son of
He's
Ernest.
the first son of Ernest, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they lived there.
Yes.
Okay. And then your mom grew up there. And
My mom grew up there.
she had you there as well.
She had me there. She had my sister there as
Mhm.
well. It was amazing.
It was amazing.
I mean, I grew up always wanting like the cookie cutter television experience of like houses next to each other
Mhm.
and like streets where you could go over to your neighbors
Mhm.
and everything being less
Spread.
grand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then now I'm like, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want my daughter to have that.
So I moved to Aspen, and actually one of the questions I wanted to ask, I'm like, do you recommend?
No, it's so but also because the reason I want to move to either to Europe or out of
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles
Mhm.
or New York is because I don't think I grew up too fast. And when I moved to California in middle school, I feel like all of the girls were already so much more
We're ahead of you.
advanced
Mhm.
psychologically in some way. Maybe not, because I also traveled a lot with my mom on set when I was young. But
That must have been so cool.
it was really cool. But at one point I was like, okay, like I don't have any
want stability of friends.
Yeah, I don't have
Mhm.
stability and I don't have the same friends all the time. But it was amazing. I don't know. I feel like people who I meet who have grown up in Los Angeles, they just have a fake reality or take on reality.
So can I ask you, because
Yeah.
I know you went to Oaks Christian, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, me and my husband, this is like a little bit personal. We were like thinking, oh, when Axel's like bigger, you know, when the times come, we heard so much about this school, but I was like curious about your intake about it. But you didn't finish it, right?
No.
You
I finished with
started it
homeschooling.
with homeschooling.
So
But how
did
was
you
that
hate it?
experience? Yeah.
I'm not religious and my family's not religious, and girls were mean to me in middle school, and I went
So
to
it
a
is
public one.
religious.
It is very religious.
Oh wow.
Okay, I didn't think it is. Okay.
It's very born again Christian.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But it was like during the days of like BB and Frankie B jeans. Do you remember those phases?
Mm-mm.
And like
Mm-hmm.
Frankie B's were which Miu Miu is doing now again.
Oh, okay.
Low rise.
Got it.
And it was like Paris Hilton
Okay,
started that.
got it,
where you were,
yes.
Like I was such a late bloomer, so I was so skinny. I had
Yeah.
no boobs. I remember I bought like the Victoria's Secret water
Pusha,
bra.
bro.
Yeah.
Stop.
Which in my mind gave me giant boobs, and now I'm
Mhm.
like,
Hold up.
now I know what boobs feel like.
Yeah.
But like, I have a picture of me wearing the Frankie B jeans and they're like really skinny, really low with a flare at the end.
Yeah.
And then I'll just send it to you. It's
How
really
did
funny.
you know that? I had no idea.
Oh,
called that
Oaks
way.
Christian?
No, about the Frankie.
Oh, because they were like a thing.
He was a thing, yeah.
It was like
Wow.
it was like CNC shirts were a big thing when I was in high school, with either the Juicy Couture,
Yeah,
Juicy Butt
yeah.
tracksuit, and
That's
the UGG boot,
crazy.
And like Ed Hardy.
and
was
Ed
it?
Hardy, Von Dutch, all of that.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
Dutch the hats. Oh my
Can't
god.
tell.
Yeah.
You surprise me every day. You know all that stuff.
I always liked fashion.
Yeah.
I didn't know I liked fashion at that age, but I was always like
No, but you
curious about
but I
it,
feel like
know?
you idolize
yeah.
different people. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's like
Mhm.
you like. I remember I would look at like all of those because it was the days when tabloids had started.
Like Paris started.
It was like
right?
Paris and Nicole Richie
That show
and
they
Lindsay
did.
Lohan.
Oh my
also,
gosh,
and
yeah.
they were
Spears.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
and they were all being like.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember like just thinking like, oh my god, they just have the life.
Mm-hmm.
Paris, by the way, does not age. I don't know how.
No, she looks incredible.
It's crazy.
How's that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But neither does Nicole Richie either. She looks better now, I think, than she ever has.
That's
She
true,
does, but I feel
actually.
like she had some work done. Paris does not look like she had work done, like at all. I don't know how.
I don't
She
know.
looks like this in person. Like it's crazy. Just like gorgeous.
I
but-
feel like everybody is. I think we're moving past the injection phase.
sure,
And now people are
mhm.
just moving on to the getting a facelift.
I always say
facelifts,
that.
really.
I always say that. Just don't do anything. Just do a mini facelift, and you'll look better than with all the
100%.
like things. You know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Someone is gonna hate that we're saying that, but
whatever. Who cares?
But anyway, so you
Vanity
were dressing
is
like,
real.
You were dressing like that in Oaks Christian?
No,
or that
I've
was
just remembered all the girls were dressing like
Mhm.
that, and I just wasn't. I just wasn't cool,
Oh,
and I think
okay.
I was made fun of, and I just didn't want. I couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah.
I like didn't wear makeup.
so can you say you were bullied in school a little bit, or just more like not friends?
Just different.
I just didn't. I
Mhm.
wasn't. I didn't really vibe.
Mhm.
I wasn't. I've never, and I never have been like in a girl posse. Does that make
Same.
sense?
Neither did I.
and I
Yeah.
always wanted to be, but I
You
always
did?
felt like because it just seemed like
Okay.
fun to run in
Mhm.
the girl posse,
Okay.
like right.
Mhm.
I was always with the boys.
I
the
always
girls
had
didn't like-
boyfriends,
Mhm.
always,
Mhm.
but I wanted to be included. You know what I
Right.
mean? But I wasn't.
Mhm.
It took me a really long time, actually. I think because of high school to trust girls in some
Oh,
way.
wow.
And now I think that girls are the best and that we need them more than ever.
I think after you become a mom, even like me and Ginta, we were like not friends before. Really,
Yeah,
we
we
knew
Yeah,
each
but when
other,
you when
know?
you have kids, I think that you just
like
are like
grab on moms, you know,
Oh,
and you
changes
just like
so
yeah.
connect.
But you also look for like the people who you get on with
for sure,
and
Mhm.
who are very similar. I
Mhm.
think
Friendships change after kids, right?
hugely.
Yeah. I was
And
surprised.
also-
I didn't expect
Huge.
that. With some friends that are
Hugely.
single with no kids, like that relationship shifted.
I've had friends who have just aren't even there. I also had a really good friend of mine being like, I love you. I don't understand kids at all. And by her just saying that, I was like, okay. Like, I love you.
yeah,
And like, whatever, pass.
yeah.
But like some people, it's hard because
Mhm.
but also you don't get it until you have a kid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You for sure don't get it. I
100%.
never got it. I'm like kids. I'm like I can't, you know.
Yeah.
And now that I have kids, I mostly look for the girls who have kids similar age to my kids, so we can like really do things together. Because otherwise, you have no life, you know.
You have no life.
Like
And like friends with kids get it. Like my friend Lana, like I would go visit her with my little guy, and he would be in bad mood or something. I would be there at her house for like 10 minutes, and I'm like, sorry, I gotta go. And she's like, no worries, okay, bye. Like, you know,
Yeah.
they just get it.
But but also just in friendships in general, I just can't do the guilt trip thing.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that
in
I hate
general.
that. I agree.
It's like, what's the point of like if you have a plan with somebody, even though in Los Angeles, I think is the most
Everyone is
flaky. of
flaky,
flaky.
yeah.
Like, yes.
Where I'm like, okay. Which also, it's hard because I made like a promise to myself I wasn't going to be flaky.
Mhm.
So I will overextend myself to a point where I'm so tired and cranky. And I'm like, okay.
People
Not
pleasing?
here, though. Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I hope not us.
I work on it in therapy.
So
all
do you
the
think
time.
like your family being well known, let's
Yeah.
say, did it like affect your high school life at all? Or not really?
No,
No.
I feel like because who cared about Ernest Hemingway besides my English teacher in high school?
Okay. But what about like your mom and your aunts? They were
Yeah, but nobody
actresses.
cares.
Okay.
Like, I think parents cared. It wasn't like I
Okay. They weren't like Kim Kardashians of this times,
No.
you know? Okay, I get it.
I mean, there was definitely. I think my mom really did her best to shield me from
Nice.
it,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is great.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also weird.
Yeah.
But I also had my dad's last name in high
Yeah.
school, so it
Why did
like
you change? Why did you change it up?
I changed it because my agents all were like, "You have to take Hemingway."
Once you started modeling,
you,
or those
you,
were
you have to
acting
be a Nepo baby.
For-
You have
for-
to use the last name.
Excuse me, I am a nepo baby, and
I
when they
know.
came out with a nepo baby and
Yeah.
didn't call me out, I was like,
Yeah.
"Excuse me,
I'm right here.
rude. I am a nepo baby."
You totally are, by the way. I was like, I
What
don't
am
know
I,
if we should
chopped
call her that.
liver? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
I
so
was like, "What? People are getting all trendy in the nepo baby thing, and I can't." Hello.
yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm happy you want to talk about it. So tell us. I actually don't know. Were you acting or modeling first? Tell us a little bit of the career start.
So I did
for you.
ballet.
Oh wow.
Forever.
Okay.
And I thought I wanted to
Interesting.
do that
Mm-hmm.
for a living.
Amazing.
And then I realized that I would never be like the superstar of the ballet world,
Yeah.
and probably just in the core the whole time, which is great. And
It will
a
be
lot
one
of
of
talent.
the
Just
swans.
one of-
yeah
just one of the
one of them.
swans.
Yeah.
Just one.
Okay.
Maybe
one of
not
four.
even the
Maybe
swan.
like the little one.
Maybe.
That would be cute.
I love.
Oh, Dree.
But and I like not. I don't like to be in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Good for you.
So I was like, no. And I also was like, I'm not gonna make money. Dancing is so hard, and the industry is so, like, you eat, breathe, ballet, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your life.
I know, because I'm from that side of the world. It's
Yeah.
like heavy.
The,
Used to dance
the
ballet.
Russian ballet side.
Mhm.
Oh no, it's intense.
They would like. I used to be in a ballet school. Obviously, we all did, and they would just like push you until you're like,
Oh, I know.
like it's crazy. It's so painful. You like cry like so hard, and you like it's crazy. So,
I
anyways,
took Russian ballet for a
Yeah.
second. It's intense.
It's intense. I know.
But I also had I did Balanchine, which was a form of Russian. And I had a crazy ballet teacher who would like sharpen her nail and like poke it in our back.
I know they're like so cruel. Like the more you cry, the better it is for them. It's crazy, actually.
Torture.
But I feel like it taught, in some weird way, I'm like, this taught me, I miss dancing every day.
Are you very disciplined because of that?
Yes, and I think I'm also, it's like yin and yang,
Okay.
Yeah.
where I'm rebellious and then
Mhm.
I'm like very disciplined.
What is your star sign?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. That makes sense. Oh, you actually born, so you're December 4. My daughter
Yeah.
is December 1, and the second was December
Yeah.
20.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they're both
Oh my God.
I know.
Welcome.
why
If you need to know anything,
Exactly.
just call me.
That's why I'm asking
Yeah.
you all these questions, very personal. So you dance ballet, and then you got into what
I
first?
Dance ballet, and then I always wanted to be an actress.
You did. So
Always.
that was something that you wanted
Yes.
to do. Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't think I had enough life experience. So I wanted to do so I thought, what incorporates like being a character and movement? And I thought modeling.
You were how old? You started a bit later, I feel like.
I
2009.
was like 18.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did a photo shoot when I was in high school with
Okay.
Bruce Weber for Abercrombie and Fitch.
I totally know
Oh,
what
that's
picture
cool.
you're talking about. I've seen that picture so many times.
The one where my hair is going like this
Yeah.
in front of my face.
Yeah, because when you Google it,
It's really funny.
yeah.
Oh. I was so excited about that shoe, and I had seen the Abercrombie and Fitch campaigns with all like the gorgeous tanned naked women running on the beach with the hot men, and I was like, oh, finally somebody has realized my potential.
I'm gonna do the same.
I'm ready for my debut, and I show up, and we're in like Jackson Hole, Florida.
Oh, wow.
And it's the first campaign where he's not doing any nudity at all because I think he got in trouble or something.
Oh, okay.
What year was that? 2000 what?
2006,
7?
Earlier.
Earlier
Probably
than that?
like 2004. Because I graduated high school 2005.
And how did they cast you for that? Do you know? Because you were modeling.
I think it was Ford Models because I had done something for Teen Vogue when they first started with my mom.
Okay. So kind of a daughter of your mom
at
that point.
Yeah.
A nepo baby.
Yeah.
Was a little bit of a nepo baby at that time.
Yes. But I was also like, because I'd done these like photo shoots and I was like, they keep trying to make me look young and I'm a mature. You know when you're like in high school and you're like, I'm mature.
Oh yeah, you think you're like the shit.
Fully.
Yes.
I was like, I don't understand. Like, I look like a woman. I'm a woman. I know what I'm doing. And then...
So you were fully clothed.
And like and there was like a giraffe in front of my face and then the wind blew and I was like this.
I totally know that picture.
And then they like blew it up on the billboard in the mall where I frequented with my friends and was like...
Were they making fun of you all the time?
Nobody made fun of me. I was just like, it's not the one. I don't understand.
You're like, I gotta prove, I gotta do this fashion more and like...
Well, then I moved to Paris. I decided I was like, I'm gonna model.
What agency did you go with?
I was with Ford.
Everywhere.
I love how you just decided I'm gonna model.
Oh no, I did an internship at LA Confidential magazine, and I was like,
you're quite a hard character, huh?
It was wild. I did an internship at LA Confidential magazine, and they were short-staffed, so I ended up doing the layouts of the front of the book and like picking party photos and stuff like that of like people, but I would like nicely pick really good ones of all the women so they look good and I would like...
Do they still do that? Because I remember Vogue did that. They don't do it anymore.
I don't know if they do it anymore, but I used to get so upset at the people who worked there who would pick ugly photos of people, and I was like, well, she's not gonna like that. She's gonna look at that and be like, that's so mean. Why would you do that? So I was like working all day. Nobody was paying me, and then I would be the door girl to their parties at night.
No way. Wow.
And I was so exhausted. I was like, this is so stupid. And so I called my mom and I said, I'm moving to Paris in like 2 weeks. And I did.
What?
I called Ford. I moved to Paris. I rented this guy's apartment that was tiny in the Marais area. I spoke zero French.
Of course you moved to
Zero.
area. It's like so you.
But it was like I'd been there one time. I went to the Dior show when Galliano was doing it with my mom.
Nice.
And I did this like debutante ball in Paris during the same time. But that was my like version of Paris. Like I was like.
But why did you decide that's the place you want to go? You could have started modeling
that's
in New
where
York.
that's where in my mind you start modeling.
Paris.
It's like that's
okay.
But I looked so young and like a baby.
All of you guys, like your mom, your aunt, and you all have this like face that just like doesn't age.
It doesn't move.
It doesn't move.
I think it's the cheekbones.
It's
I
the
think
bones.
We all have it though. Ooh, sorry. Hey.
Well, I apparently have it because. But yeah, exactly.
You what?
Like it's like that square face, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like doesn't fall too much, you know. So
It doesn't fall too much. I feel like it falls. I actually enjoy getting older more because I enjoy the gauntness of how it like falls in.
You like the edgy, I know. You like the heroin chic look, right?
I really do.
Yeah, I do. I totally get it. By the way,
Cool.
I really do.
Yeah.
I feel like that's from fashion, and I'm unwell
For sure.
a little bit.
Well.
No,
Where I'm like, I also went back to Paris and where I just got back from.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, everybody is like back to this big again, right?
For sure. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, excuse,
I noticed that too. I feel like all those talks last couple of years is kind of out the window.
This is what's happened. Everybody is this big,
Yeah.
like skinnier than ever.
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 Mm-hmm.
And then they like put in one bigger girl.
One.
And I think it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's just all a trend, you know?
It's all a trend.
It's kind of like fake. People know what they like, especially
don't know.
fashion designers. So you moved to Paris and you started modeling and you did really, really well
yeah.
for a while.
Yes.
And
No, I didn't do well. I
No,
did
you
nothing.
well.
No, when I
No, at
moved to
first,
Paris,
it's
I
hard.
didn't
At first,
do anything.
you didn't do well.
No, and then my agent, who made my career, found me on the wall, and he was at Elite
Oh, wow.
and took me to
Who
New
was
York.
your agent?
Richard Haberly.
Richard.
Yeah.
I love Richard.
Yeah.
Wait, he's a sweetheart.
He
He was
found
my
me.
agent at some point.
Yeah, mine too.
He's amazing.
In DNA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Are you still with DNA?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. They're great.
They're the best.
They're the best.
They're the best. I
So-
love them.
Yeah. So you made your career. So Richard made your career. He's really dedicated agent. He's great.
He's the best.
He still works, or he?
He's
quit?
in London now at a different agency. We
Okay.
don't work together anymore.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure they're around.
he's like, he's the best.
He kind
Yeah.
of started everything. For
He
you,
started
right?
everything. Everything. It was wild.
But he
I
was
like-
always in New York, or he was in Paris.
He was always in New
He was-
York. But
okay.
I guess he was visiting Paris
And
and
he
saw
saw you?
my
Comp card.
my little comp card on the wall of me being like,
So what was your first big break? Like a show, a shoot? What was
Inez and Vinood,
it?
W
Whoa.
Magazine.
What?
And then right after that, I shot a campaign for, I can't remember. Then I did Purple Naked with them.
Okay.
And
Was
then I
Inez?
shot,
But Inez, the biggest
yeah.
photographer
And then
in
I
the world,
shot
so-
Gucci campaign with Inez
Yeah.
as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They were like,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially at that time. Now there's like other
Yeah.
ones that do everything, but they did everything
They were-
10 years ago.
I met them, and we're still to this day, I'm confused because I was sent to a casting
Yeah.
in Pier 59.
Okay. They did their castings.
They're
there.
always there.
They always had a line of girls, and they did
But
one
there was no
casting a
girls
year.
outside, and I was just told to wait.
Mhm.
Somebody at the front desk.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And
that,
Mark
that was the
Crew-
nepo privilege.
It was my nepo privilege.
No one else
Yes.
was there but me.
That was just me. No, but I don't know. This is where we're confused because we don't know if I was there for them. Because I didn't know if I didn't know who photographers were.
Mm-hmm.
Like I knew Mizell, and that was that was it.
It's true. I mean, when
In
you
my-
start, you
yeah.
just like
Well, he did castings there
Don't-
too, at Studio on the right. So.
Exactly.
And they were on the left.
That's right. But yes. And I was sad. They were shooting Givenchy with Riccardo Ticci. And Mark Krupp, who is my best friend and
Yeah.
like favorite person on planet Earth, comes out, who's their studio manager.
Oh, he is.
And
Mm-hmm.
and goes, "Who are you?" And I was like, "I'm Dree," and he's like, "You're coming with me." So we don't know if I was. And he's like, "You're coming with me." Walked me in
Stop.
to see them. I was like, "You need to meet this person." They took one photo of me, and then I was shooting W with Camilla Nickerson like 3
No
days
way.
later.
Wow.
It was wild. And I was like, okay,
So maybe you were in the right place in the right time. You'll never know.
I don't know.
So then for what, like 7-8 years, you just did modeling, or you were acting meanwhile? How
I
did the acting
did-
start for you?
For like, I met my manager who started my acting career through Bruce Weber.
Oh, amazing.
And then I did like one weird movie.
The Starlet,
No, Starlet was
the good movie
the good
for
movie.
you. Okay.
It was like the big,
Yeah.
2012.
yeah,
Big break for you.
yeah. It was so fun, but it was so intense.
Really?
I looked at parts of it this morning,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know if like I'm in a right state of mind to
Watch this
watch
movie.
it. Yeah. I feel like you need to
Intense.
be like so like happy and like whatever to watch it, or maybe the opposite. I just don't feel like
It's weird. It's like it's definitely it's like a sad but also really lighthearted film. So
yeah. It's just old age right now like saddens me, you know, like the I don't know, my parents getting older and like this and that.
Yeah.
So, like for some reason,
No, it's really
it's not that.
No, it is.
It is.
It's like it's a beautiful. It's unlike anything I've ever done.
Yeah.
But
so that was your favorite, you would say, till this day,
yeah,
in terms of character. And by the way,
in
you
terms of
look
character,
the
but it's
same.
also like thank you.
Like literally, I was like, when did you show that? Like last year? Wait, 2012.
Oh my god,
Time flies though.
Mm-hmm.
it's so weird. But I was 23 when we shot that movie. I'm 36 now.
That's
I'm
crazy.
36 as well.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it feels like
Lifetime ago.
a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
But also then I'm like, oh my god, how am I 36? It's weird getting older.
That's what I mean. It's like once you pass like 35, because like you're 34, 33,
Yeah.
like, and then you're 35, 36, you're like, fuck, I'm almost 40. And then it's
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy.
you're
I don't
really
think
grown.
I'm scared. I'm not scared of getting older. I'm just scared that I don't do all the things I want to do before
That's what I'm thinking too.
I'm just an old bag.
Before you reach the point where like don't have energy at all.
Yeah.
Sometimes even now it's
or just to the point where I'm like I don't want to be too jaded by the you know what I mean? I still want to feel the magic of everything.
Mm, good point.
But I think as we get older, we kind of like we get less interested. We're just like, oh,
yeah,
wow.
it's true. Don't
But
wanna be
also,
bothered.
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel better than in my 20s, though.
100%. I
You
feel
know?
better that, but
Yeah.
I'm not as mystified by the fashion
Yeah, you're not
world.
like,
I'm not
wow, yeah, yeah,
mystified by
yeah.
the acting world, but also because the acting world, like the modeling world, and less so, but is like, it's a hard place to break into.
Tell me
It's
if
hard.
And when
acting-
you break in, then you can be out in 4 seconds. And it's the
In-
same with
in
the
acting.
fashion and acting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think modeling or acting is easier? I'm not saying that one of it easier or than harder, but I think like acting is also like so mental. And you
It's
could,
so
like,
mental.
It's like
It's acting is harder because like in modeling you're so used to this like fast rapid
Mhm.
paced
Yeah. Mhm.
industry where it's like you go, and it's why I'm such a workhorse and I like working. So like even though having a baby and being pregnant was so magical,
because you could chill.
yes, but also we just had COVID and I don't like to not be working.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like really depressed when I'm not. I feel like I'm like not living my full potential.
It's so funny. Every mom says that. It's like there's creative fire inside of you. I think someone described
Yeah.
it, and I think that was a good like
Yeah, it's
way
a
to
creative
say it.
fire, exactly.
And it's like if you don't do it, I feel like even me, if I'm with kids, like all the time, I just get like a little down, and then I do something for myself, and I'm like, oh,
Well, you have to,
yeah,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you're used to being creative and you're
Yeah.
used to, you know, like I always knew I wanted to be a mom, and I love it more than anything. But I also love acting more than anything, and I also love modeling when I get to
Yeah.
do the creative part of it.
So you like both?
I like
what would be
both.
closer to your heart? Would you say?
Acting, probably.
Yeah.
It's so magic. I mean, I remember because being on set with my mom, and it was like
Mhm.
you have like this family,
Mm-hmm.
and you're together for a month, 2 months, 3 months, however long the film is, or whatever you're making, blah blah blah. But there's no time to pretend. You have to. You're basically straight in. You're yourself. Like you're all cranky. You're all like, but it's like so real.
Mhm.
And you rely on each other, and everybody has their purpose and their reason for being there, and they're contributing to this
Mhm.
project that everybody is passionate about.
Has your mom ever given you some amazing advice for acting?
No.
No. I love that.
She told me if I was a bitch, or if she ever heard that I was a snot nose on set, she would rip me out of there so fast I wouldn't know what to do with
Does your
myself.
mom still act, or she just?
She still is acting. Yeah.
Nice.
She's also doing
You know-
this podcast thing.
Oh, nice. You know what's great about
That's
acting?
cool.
That you can act until you're like die, basically.
That's also
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
it because I think that the most magical actors, it's to be vulnerable enough to be really ugly is the most beautiful thing
I
ever.
always was thinking about it. I'm like, how is this girl? Oh, you're the ugly girl in a movie, or like,
But it's not even that. It's like, how do you show your emotions?
Yeah.
Like, how
Yeah,
do you really let yourself go
Yeah.
to like being snotty and like
yeah,
just like really feeling into your feelings,
yeah, it's hard.
but also staying true to a character. And I think that's what I'm attracted to.
You like the challenge?
I think it's exhausting to be on a photo shoot and like mastering the angle of your leg.
Good point.
It is, yeah. Because film
And
is like more
but it's
three-dimensional.
hard. Like
yeah.
modeling is hard. Like I walk
So-
away and I've like gone through the biggest workout of my whole entire life because I'm
Sure,
like
but you have to
focused
jump.
on like sucking in my stomach and being this way and like knowing how a camera is
Yeah.
being like
So true.
it's like coming at you and like also trying to figure out how each photographer is working because like I'm sure there are some girls who like will just stand there and not do anything, but that's never been my MO. So I've like
You worked at it,
yeah, and I also never felt like I was a model. I always felt like I'm shorter and I'm a weird goofy person who likes to talk all the time. So I'm
So
like,
you-
"Ah, bah, bah." I'm like a dancing clown on a photo shoot.
I could see that.
I love that.
But I also like, I'm not like you take a photo of me, not on a set or in a studio or in a professional
you're super
setting,
awkward.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
and I look horrible,
But I think a lot of us
and
like
I get
that.
so mad at my fiance. If
Okay,
I'm like,
okay.
Back it
Go
up.
back a little
Back it
bit.
up.
Okay. When your significant other, let's say, because like I don't know, you guys not married. I'm not married.
We're
either.
engaged.
You're engaged. I'm engaged too. Whatever.
When that happens,
Your partner, your husband, or
Yeah.
whoever, take your picture. I just want to die or shoot myself.
I
It's-
got in
so
a
bad.
huge argument with him, and I was like, in my mind, the person who I'm marrying would take only the best photos of me.
yeah, you should
like,
see me
Yeah.
beautifully.
It would radiate how you see me.
exactly.
And I got in a fight, and he
So
was
true.
like, "I'm never taking your photo again." I was like, "That is not the argument. Don't give up and say I'm never taking your photo again." I was like, What are you doing? What are you doing?" He just hits the button
and doesn't
and
look.
he doesn't look.
I know.
And I'm like,
he doesn't
you're
look.
not
He's like
even
this.
looking. So I'm
That's-
doing this. I don't know.
And he just
I
takes
have some
pictures your
photos
toes
of
or
me.
something.
It's not even pictures of my toes. He's
My husband
managed
does
to
that.
make me look like a giant like
You're like, I'm not that
like
person.
I remember just giving birth, and maybe I was a giant person, but like pretend I'm not, and just don't take that photo. Just
How,
don't.
Yeah.
how is the pregnancy?
Do
for
not
you?
take a photo of me from down here,
Yeah, we're done.
where literally it's like just
It's all one.
all of me. I'm a model. I'm an actress. I'm a very vain person. I've totally have body dysmorphia. Like, don't
Everyone-
do that
Yeah. How did you meet him? How did you meet your fiance?
at a barbecue.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cute.
We met at a barbecue, and the same person whose barbecue it was tried to set us up a year earlier.
And it didn't work out.
No, we both said no.
Stop.
I had a buzzed head.
Wait, what movie was that for?
It was called Run with the Hunted.
How did your hair grow
I
so
remember
fast? It's
you-
crazy.
It didn't grow so fast. It
didn't?
just feels like it grew so fast.
It feels like
So
it.
in my mind, somebody was like, "Your hair." They said to me, "It's gonna take 2 years,"
2?
and I was like,
2 is like
"No."
this, right?
I was
How
like,
long
"My
did it
hair
take?
grows so fast. It took like 3 years to grow
Oh, my God.
out." Yeah.
Did you ever
You
get
look-
frustrated?
Oh my god, so frustrated.
Yeah.
I like lived a life of like bobby pins. I also did cornrows, which is not allowed anymore, but it made me feel very pretty.
Wait, you look
um,
extremely good with like shaved head.
It was cool, but I never felt cool enough to do it. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? Like everybody's like, I felt like I had to be like either
look
really edgy
Yeah.
or like cute and girly, like during the grow out
Mm.
period. And I like, most of the time wear giant jeans and giant sweatshirts, and I did not look cool. And the edginess,
yeah.
I was like my hair has always been like the feminine touch to my
You always like to be a
ensembles.
pretty girl, kind of.
What?
You like to be a pretty girl, right?
I don't like to be. I wanted. My hair's always been what has made me girly looking.
Okay.
Because I dress like a boy.
Okay.
And then sometimes, but yeah, actually, since I've given birth, I've bought a lot of like wild dresses that
Did you like?
in my
Where am
mind,
I?
I'm like all of a sudden I really want to be slutty dressing.
Oh,
like
I
I
love
want
that.
all, but
You're like tits out. I mean, now you have boobs because you
like
still
huge
breastfeed,
boobs.
right?
Yeah.
Do you like your boobs? Being big?
No,
You don't?
I miss my boobs. No, because I don't look at them and I think, ooh, boobs. I think, ooh, milkers. Like,
Yeah. I hear
Yum,
you.
yum, 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 yum.
and like now I really notice that one boob is bigger than the other, and I'm like, what?
Like, how do I?
I'm like, get
Even
on
it
this boob.
I
like,
know,
more.
no. They prefer one. That's why it happens.
I don't know if she even prefers one. She will not take a bottle.
How do you do at night? You still wake up and like.
Oh no, she sleeps in the bed with me, and I just like if she squirms, I literally just roll over, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did with Anna Sophia for 2 years of her life. So
That's unbelievable. I love it. I was too scared to have Axel in bed with us. He was so little. I had paranoia. I was like with eyes like this. I was like, I
we
can't sleep.
started with her. Actually, she did sleep in the snoo for a minute,
Like,
Mhm.
next to you, yeah.
and then we left and went to Italy for a month, and she was just sleeping with us the whole time.
you told me that, yeah.
And then when we came back, she was like, no.
No, it's not
Yeah.
happening.
Mammy's more
Funny.
cozy.
So she'd get in the snoo and she'd be like, woo! Okay, we're done. Yeah.
Oh.
But she's super cute. But when she was born, I decided to do kitchen construction.
Nice.
Yeah.
All at once.
Good decision.
And we were living in our, like, we have a tiny guest house. Tiny. And we were just all shoved in there
Oh, no.
when she was born for like a month and a half. And she slept in that DockATot thing.
I love it.
We just
Yeah.
swaddle her, put her in the DockATot, put her in the middle of the bed. And
Oh,
then,
yeah,
like,
makes
I'd,
sense.
like,
Okay. Then at
how
least
that
she's
feels-
pooped and like
yeah.
has a little.
because I was too scared to have her just, like, on the mattress next to me.
Yeah, same.
But I also think you're so tired when you first give birth,
can
right?
roll,
That you're
yeah.
just like,
Mhm.
I don't think that I would ever roll over my child, but I also like, there were times where I'd like fall asleep with her on my boob, and then
yeah.
I'd wake up like panicked. Be like,
Yeah. You're
Or
what
like fall
happened?
asleep on his side. I did that a lot of times. I just like give it to her. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
oh yeah. Well, the side sleeping really scared me in the beginning because I was like, I didn't trust myself to
Yeah.
not like fully pass out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so tired, especially after all that pregnancy. How was it for you,
Yeah.
the
How
pregnancy?
was your pregnancy?
I did not like being pregnant.
No.
Interesting. Why?
Well, let's start from beginning. How did you find out you're pregnant?
Oh, I knew.
You
I knew.
right away.
I knew a minute it happened.
Really?
I was actually, I went to Venice
Mm-hmm.
and Tina Cheng Craig, do you know her?
I know her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She like got tipsy Tina was what she calls it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like did a palm reading and she was like, you're going to have a baby.
What?
She told me I was basically pregnant.
She said
and
that?
I was like, I think I might be pregnant. And the day after I flew back to Los Angeles and I landed and Nick picked me up and I was like, I either have COVID. I still haven't had COVID yet.
Nice.
And yeah,
Wow.
I was like, I either have COVID or I'm pregnant. So I took at the same time
Both?
a COVID and a pregnancy test and put them on the counter.
You're like one.
And
eye.
then I went to the bathroom and I was like, I'm positive. And Nick was like, for what?
I love.
I was like, I'm pregnant.
Does he have an Italian accent?
No.
No,
Not at
right?
all.
Because I spoke to him for like 1 second.
Which
in
is
Costa Rica.
Also, so he said no to me because of a buzz test, and I said no to him because of Italian, which is horrible. But in my mind,
He was like, Dree, hello.
I just didn't want to wake up to that.
Yeah.
Amore.
Good morning, amore.
No,
No. So he just like talks normal.
No. Maybe now if he were Italian and had an Italian accent, I'd be fine with it.
Okay.
But in my mind before, I was
Yeah.
like, I was like a serial British person dater.
Same. I dated a lot of Brits.
I was like, that is hot.
so hot,
Brit,
by
Brit.
the way. Yeah.
So hot.
Oh my gosh.
But like, and then I was like, Italian. I was like, I can go French maybe, but like Italian.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it.
So he's-
now I'm in love with an Italian person, and I love
But
their family.
how Italian is
and
he?
I just want to eat pasta 24/7.
Nice.
I also discovered that pasta doesn't make you fat, and I really enjoy that. So nice.
How did you discover that?
Just by eating so much pasta.
So much. I eat so much pasta and I never gain weight from it.
I can't eat too much pasta.
I thought I would gain weight from it because I just didn't. When I was in my 20s, like modeling, I was like, you don't eat carbs.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like I'd see like girls who would like eat them, and I was like, I don't understand you.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I was like, no, actually what happened was when I was getting ready for the movie that I buzzed my head.
Yeah.
I went and saw this like doctor in New York who puts everybody on some kind of cleanse.
Dr.
Hassler.
Hassler.
And
We all
he
went
put me
to-
on a strict carb diet. Only carbs.
What?
Based on my blood type, he was
What
like
is your blood type?
A negative.
Oh, amazing.
And he was like, and I have never eaten more in my life, and I've never been skinnier in my life. I woke up and I ate
Incredible.
tons of oatmeal,
Mhm.
and then I ate like tons of rice or pasta or anything, and then at night, and it was, and I was like, and I was like, wow.
That's
and then that was,
great.
I was like, this is
Not a lot of people.
this is
can do that.
amazing.
So A negative people.
Yeah. A negative, but like, I don't know, and I think that it was just like in some land, my body was like, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's Italian.
So he's Italian.
and He's not like super Italian though, right? Or he's very
No,
Italian.
his mom is American.
Okay, so he's like half Italian.
He's half Italian, but
Okay,
he
so-
grew up in Rome,
Nice.
and he's the best.
Was it love at first sight?
It was
Is that
fully
barbecue?
love at first sight.
Oh!
The second I saw him,
Really?
and I had and at the time I had like weird acne that had come up on me, and I was like this the whole time.
Still that first campaign.
Yeah, fully. I was like, "Woo, how are you?" with my like beard,
Oh, so
and like a 5-year-old, and like would like sit next to him and not say anything, and just be like, but we like gravitated towards each other, and I was like,
So
he seems really nice. He has like a
He's
nice energy and
so
very attentive.
lovely.
Mhm.
He's so magical,
Mhm.
and like
And he's
Yeah.
he's a great dad.
he's a great.
Okay, so actually I wanted to ask you, were your relationships before Nick,
Yeah.
how was your like boyfriend situation? Were you like always attracted like good guys, or you had like some fucked up relationships? Because Nick seems very like level-headed
Grounded.
and grounded from 5 minutes I met him.
He's the most level-headed and grounded person I've ever did. Well,
Yeah.
it's not true. I had one really long relationship with somebody who I was like my first love,
Mm-hmm.
but also it was like not the healthiest relationship. And it is not great,
Okay.
let's be honest. And I think it fucked me up a lot
You were
when it came
heartbroken.
to like,
Mm-hmm.
and just like it was like alcoholic,
Yeah.
kind of a lot of like, I think using a lot of like gaslighting shit.
mhm.
And I think and when I was in my 20s, I wasn't very vocal as
Yeah.
a person. I was like a doormat who was like, okay.
Mm.
I can
But-
we all go through
But like
that.
only in
Yeah.
relationships. I think
Mhm.
like out in the world I was like pretty fine, but in relationships I was like a doormat.
Yeah.
Or I was
Mhm.
like, okay, you can walk on me. It's totally fine.
And what changed? How did you get stronger?
I think I just didn't want that anymore. And I think when it ended, I like owned myself for the first time, and I was like, okay, I need to deal with my shit, but I also need to not be in this
Mhm.
anymore. And then anybody I dated after that, it was like I didn't actually really have a long relationship after that. I would date somebody for like 3 months, 5 months, 4 months.
Oh wow, that's not even.
But the minute
right?
I like saw signs of like this is not my person, I was like, okay, bye.
Nice. I mean, I guess we covered a lot. Okay.
All
Dree.
the ground.
Is there anything else interesting you work on right now?
No, I'm auditioning.
And the last movie that you did, you shot right before you find out you're pregnant, right?
Yeah, The Kill Room.
The Killer Room.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I really enjoyed
I'm glad
it.
you thought it was
I
great.
really enjoyed it. I'm that kind of person who you probably don't appreciate. I never watch movies till the end.
No, I know those people.
They either piss me off or stress me out, and I'm like, I just don't want to watch or think about it anymore.
But I'm also kind of that person who doesn't
Really?
watch movies to the end unless I'm in like a movie theater.
Oh, interesting.
I love going to a movie theater more than anything.
Then it makes you focused, I guess, a little bit more because it's
Yeah.
huge.
There's just no distraction.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I like to like sit and play solitaire while I watch a movie. It's really bad.
I love solitaire.
Do like
Oh, it's the best.
Card game.
Card games on your phone.
On the airplanes too, on the screen.
Oh my god, all day.
It's so good.
Backgammon games.
Yeah.
Games
you guys
in
have
general.
way more in common than me and
Do
Dree.
you know this game?
I really don't.
You do.
We do.
You
So
will.
it's cool.
You would.
I do different things. I like research shit, you know?
I will research. I'll go down like holes of researching stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I love a mind numbing
Oh yeah. Do you
card
watch any
game.
junk TV. Do you have like reality TV you watch? Is there
I
any?
don't. I feel like during COVID, I was like sometimes watching reality TV, and it made me really depressed.
What about Love is Blind?
Never.
Pretty funny.
I watched it once.
Watched
Yeah,
it
I did watch
yesterday.
it. I don't like watching that stuff. I don't mind the Kardashians, though.
I love the Kardashians.
I do
I
too.
think they're so great.
Yeah.
Me too.
I used to watch them. I haven't watched like that.
I think they're
I'm
such.
just
they're
obsessed
so
with
smart.
Kylie Jenner. I think
You
she's
like
my
Kylie?
favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I just think I love her. I think she's gorgeous. I think she dresses the best.
She dresses pretty well.
And
Especially
I
now
think
that she's dating Timothy, like her style changed, and I like her style now.
her style is good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Kim had the best style when she was with Kanye.
Yeah, but now you can tell that was a very Kanye curated thing. I really like Kim a lot. I like them all. And I like Kim.
I like them all too.
But like, she's not having my favorite style moment right now.
Kim, right now,
no.
absolutely not.
They
Like
look so confused.
her Oscars were like, what was she wearing? That like.
But what is this trend? Hold please. Are we trying to perfect this trend?
Yeah, this. Like it was so weird. I'm
And,
like,
no, but it's also Kim and Kylie's doing it.
actually, Kylie had that
That's
too.
true. She
I
does
didn't
it
love
too.
her
But
hair.
why?
Yeah, it's like Gucci 2006. I
Should
guess
we
they were
redo the
going
whole
around
podcast?
that.
Yeah,
I'll just
for
do it.
Yeah.
You'll cover that side. It'll be perfect.
You're great.
That was great.
That's like literally how they
I got the
both
thumbs up.
look. Yeah. Good. On that note,
Yes.
on that
Maybe
trend,
I'll do it this one.
Wait, no, that's already your Bruce Weber moment.
Yeah, this is great.
Great.
That was this.
Wait, Dree, can we be friends? Because you're so funny.
Yeah, come hang out. Come hang out with me
I'll
and my
show up.
child.
Yes.
Well, you met
Come
my.
over.
Did you meet my kids that one
I met
day?
your kids.
Yeah.
They're the most beautiful creature with the big blue
They're
eyes.
so
You're-
The little one. I know everyone is obsessed with Gia. I
She's the next.
know.
It's fine. No, but we love the other one more because everybody's obsessed with Gia.
I know.
We love the other one
They were
more.
they were kind of losing it because we didn't have light in the island or whatever. They were like losing it. Like
Really?
they were so.
You didn't have
hungry.
what? Oh,
We did not have
right.
light in our house on a mountain
Oh.
that day. That's why we came there to try to
Oh.
eat or something. I don't know. But they were.
but that place is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never be.
Oh my god, you must.
Yeah.
Harmony.
You must.
Do you go there a lot?
I went there the first time in 2015, and then I went while I was pregnant, and then I went the same time this year. But it's so cute. Like, kids are just naked on the beach, frolicking and being happy, and like
I invite all my
I
friends.
just am hoovering down papayas all the time.
So nice.
Mm-hmm.
How do you find traveling with your little one?
She's so easy
Yeah?
until the last flight.
Really? Oh.
The little one.
Yeah, it's starting now.
Well,
around 1.
She's at 1, in a couple weeks or in like a week and a half. And I think because overnight flight, she's fine. She sleeps the whole time. But it was like 10 hours. And the last 5 hours was like squawking and crying and really upset. And I was like trying to like force her on the boot. I was like, "You're sleeping now. Good night."
Okay, so guys, everyone, pay attention. Whoever has little kids and travel, you go on Amazon and you get baby melatonin.
Oh, does that work?
It
and
works.
you give it to them,
Yeah,
and they're out cold for 10 hours.
Yeah, she's
and you
right.
give them like once a year when you travel, right? Because you don't give it to them when you go to Costa Rica 4 hours.
No.
You can handle it, right? But if you
No,
go
on the
overnight-
long flight.
on a long
Give it
flight,
melatonin.
I don't want anyone to think I'm a bad mom, but on a long flight,
Melatonin's natural.
well, I know, but the kids, but you get baby melatonin.
No, I would
not
only
regular
do baby.
melatonin.
There's one on Amazon and it has like chamomile. It's all like super
The
organic.
camellia. Oh, the chamomile.
Camellia.
I was like trying to like shove camellia teething things down. I was
Yeah,
like,
that-
just take them.
No.
It's fine.
No,
And
just
she's like,
my first daughter
I'm like, oh my God, possessed.
possessed. And my first daughter is so difficult. So like sometimes I would like when she was like that age, I would just like give her melatonin so I can get a break for one night, you know. And it's like this.
See, Luce sleeps through the whole night
That's amazing.
So
and has since she was like a month old.
What?
Yeah,
How
or
did
like
you-
2 months. I don't know.
She seems very
Because
grounded.
she was just she was so chubby. They're like, you don't need to wake her up if she's sleeping. And I was like, okay. So in some weird way, it was like I have the blessing of her sleeping through the night, and then like she just doesn't want to not have a boob.
yeah.
It's fine. The
But it's
first
fine.
baby, it's fine.
But I
breastfed
will
for
say it
2
was
years.
really hard working in Paris and like having her.
Oh,
Because
it
I
was
still have
hard?
never spent one night away from her.
So what did you do in Paris? You hosted a dinner, you said, and you did a
I
couple of
hosted a
shoots?
dinner. I did some shoots.
Exciting?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, like
Nice.
fun. It was.
Yeah.
It just felt nice to
Model again.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember what I was.
Yeah.
'Cause for a second, I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I know how to do this anymore.
It's
Right.
true, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna like go in front of there, and they're gonna be like, "Can you pose?" And I'm gonna be like, "Maybe."
It's so funny.
Does my face look nice?
Who was the photographer? We can-
Sam.
Can cut that out. It's
Okay.
okay.
No, not even not a fancy one. Sam Armstrong,
Oh, nice.
Australian, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he take
Like
like,
a loving
insane pictures?
creature.
Really? He's great.
I mean, nobody's like. It wasn't like most sexy I've ever looked in my whole life, but he was like, it was very fun to work with him.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's nice he
Well-
made you feel good, especially after coming back from mommy bubble. You know, it's important that first shoot. Like,
But it's
people
also
see her.
weird because I also put on so much weight when I was
Did
pregnant.
you? How much?
55 pounds.
Okay.
Maybe more.
Fuck, that's a lot. What?
I was so panicked that like
You're never gonna lose it.
no. I wasn't not really that. I think I was panicked when I was pregnant that she wasn't getting enough nutrients.
So
And
just-
because my mother was very like 80s let's not eat that much when we're pregnant and work out kind of thing. I like didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want a daughter I don't want any of the shit that may have come from my mom's past to enter into my daughter's world. Like, I don't want that to rub off on her in any way.
Listen, I threw up my whole pregnancy, and I was as skinny as shit like now,
Yeah.
and she still got enough nutrients.
No, I know, but like
Yeah.
you were just
in some
freaking out,
land, I
just,
was
yeah.
just like, but also like I was so nauseous that I would just eat bread the whole time.
Nice.
I ate a lot, and I definitely gained a lot, and I didn't in my mind like I would give birth. I had a dream last night weirdly that I gave birth, and I was like a pencil.
Did you like it? Did you like giving birth?
I did. I tried to do a home birth.
And
How was it?
I was 30 hours at my house,
And then you
and
went
then
to the
she was
hospital.
sunny side up,
oh,
and
cute. My here.
on my back.
Yeah.
So you
And
had
so
to-
I had to go to the hospital.
But not C-section, right?
No,
Nice.
natural.
Mm-hmm.
but I know basically pregnancy was like, it was fine.
It was fine. You didn't love it.
I didn't love it.
Yeah.
I was like,
But it wasn't bad. It was just like whatever.
I never felt like cute pregnant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like
How's
Like-
your style during pregnancy?
all of Nick's clothes.
Nice.
All of them.
You didn't buy anything?
No, I did. I bought like elastic pants.
I never like saw you pregnant. You never posted
I
anything.
wore. I posted in Costa Rica
Mm-hmm.
because it was the first time that I felt like cute and popped
Cute.
and pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
I basically wore big Levi's the whole time
Mm-hmm.
and
Nice.
like big
Like
cashmere
over
sweaters.
the belly or
No,
just like on
under.
the bottom? Under.
Yeah.
Some
That's
girls
cool.
put it over. I feel like it's so weird.
No, I think that hurts.
I
My
know.
belly was big though.
Yeah.
Same.
She was big. I mean, she was 7 pounds, but
She's still
like
big.
I was 5 pounds,
Yeah.
and she's still like
She's so chubby. She's like
So
Gia.
chubby.
I know. She's like this.
she's so chubby. She's like crawling everywhere.
All that bread.
It's so much bread. She's a bread baby.
Well, you know, it's really starts at 1 when they become more difficult.
yeah, I feel.
So
But she's like, oh, I got a nanny for the first time.
How's that going?
It's great.
Yeah.
We're 2 weeks in.
nice.
2 weeks of nanny.
Yeah.
Did
So we
she
got
go
we
with you
got
to
her.
Paris?
No,
You got
we
her and you
got
left.
her, and then we left, and we
Mhm.
came back, and she's back. So for the first 2 days, and I
Nice.
was like, this is magical, and she's
good.
so lovely,
Nice.
and Luce loves her,
that is
and
so
I feel like a
important.
free person. Like I just go
Mhm.
and sit and pick my face or
Yeah.
like
I know.
anything. I'll just
Scroll
like,
Instagram,
anything,
whatever. Who cares?
Like I have time. I don't know what to
like
do.
lay down
Yeah.
for no reason, not even to sleep, just lay.
Moms can so relate to this.
I know.
Like
Just
shower for an extra long time.
sit and look in a wall. Like
It
sometimes I
doesn't
just,
matter. Anything. And then I go and like love my little monkey, and then I'm like, okay, bye. I'm going to do a podcast. Goodbye.
Yeah.
like,
Aw. Well, we're
nice.
we're so grateful that you.
I know,
found-
thank
no,
you
I'm
for
happy to be
making
here.
it
Sorry
today.
for my
What?
not answering, and thank you for making it available at 1. Because then the nanny.
Oh, for not answering last night. No, you're good. Thank you for being with us. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning
Anytime.
in.
Dree Hemingway.